Let's have a look. Okay. They say he runs well under Kylo Ren's leadership. Let's give him Kylo Ren's leadership. I want to run him in a First Order team. My First Order isn't that good, but I think that will give us more of a feel for whether or not he is an interesting character. Of course, there are going to be combinations you can run in raids, but fundamentally, this is a First Order character, and let's see if he is a first-rate First Order character. He basically is the attacker for this team, so I'm going to take out First Order TIE Pilot, and we will use First Order Officer. That also makes my team a bit weaker, so it makes it a bit more interesting. First few stages of every event are very simple, we know that, but we'll have a look at his abilities anyway and go from there. Okay, just really thinking about it today. There we go. Maybe. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here he is. Judgment deals physical damage and grants First Order Executioner health up. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to finish this one off fairly quickly, to be honest. First Order Executioner gets to go again. What does this one do? Death sentence. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Remove 50% turn meter. Dispel all buffs on them. If this attack defeats an enemy, First Order Executioner gains 80% turn meter, and cooldown of this attack is reset. Otherwise, he gains 40% turn meter and 20% max health stacking until he defeats an enemy. So, to be honest, if you don't defeat an enemy with this guy, if you're careful, he pretty much becomes immortal, which is cool. Anyway, we're going to defeat an enemy and more or less have another go straight away. Quite a cool animation there. And let's do it again. And yeah, he's good. We like that. That's fun. Of course, these guys, get killed by one shot from Phasma, so we're not partying too much just now. Just for fun, as it will pretend that they're like a real team. Okay, let's do this again. Good anime. Gets dodged. See that? That's a tricky one. If you get dodged, and of course it is the First Order, so I have Phasma who can get you back into the game very quickly. Kylo Ren who will give you turn meter, and First Order Officer who will give you turn meter. So this guy is going to get a lot of turn meter from himself and from the First Order characters. Let's just go through all of that again, ignoring how ridiculously fast he's going to be anyway under a Kylo Ren unmasked leadership. Phasma's slowing down your opponents. Phasma can also give him 100% turn meter. Kylo Ren can give him 25% turn meter. Every time he kills someone, he gets 80% turn meter. And every time he doesn't kill someone with that action, he gets 40% turn meter and health up. That's a lot of turn meter. Okay, just a reminder on this one. He gains health up for one turn from that one. Okay, but that's not stacking. If target's debuffs, his attack guarantees because crit, which doesn't hurt. And he gains advantage for 2 turns, which actually means if he gets advantage, he actually gets even more turn meter from Kylo. So he gets 50%, not 25%. So, this guy's in good shape. He's going to be getting a lot of turn meter from everywhere, to be honest. I could see him being very effective. Now, of course, ability block means that he is not generating his own turn meter, but with the other guys in the squad just throwing turn meter at him from all directions, you'd have to ability block the entire First Order squad to try and slow him down. Anyway, that's the theory. So there's death sentence. We've already read through that. much as I don't generally think reading out abilities verbatim on YouTube is exciting, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, he missed. Okay. While I don't think it's necessarily interesting to read them out verbatim, I have no idea. I haven't even looked at this guy's kit yet. I was quite excited, but I've been doing other things, and I must admit I have been relatively kind of tired with a lot of other stuff going on in my life. So I hadn't really had a chance to watch videos, really had a chance to read up about him, and so I am learning at the same time as you guys. Except you're all people who watch YouTube, so you've probably seen a whole load of well put together videos by the Game Changers team. I will certainly get round to watching some of those, and I'll be giving them some thumbs up. Those guys are doing a great job, great service to us as a community. Okay, so I kind of like this guy. He kind of does what it says on the can. He executes, and he's quick anyway. Carlo makes him super quick. He's getting 80% turn meter for a kill. Yeah, this guy is a dream for Galactic War. He's going to get through Galactic War very quickly. That's going to solve a lot of problems. Save me about 10 minutes a day. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how he holds up against an arena team. I think he's going to be devastating in a couple of the events where you need first order. And clearly he's going to be useful in HAAT. Okay. What does that want me to press? Unclear. Okay. Right, off we go again. Got a bit confused there. Sorry about that. Although the only thing I'll say about HAAT, that's twice in one video. Star Killer 1 is incorrectly named a raid. The only problem that we have with that raid now is it's kind of done. Not wishing to kind of rain on his parade, but I saw a video for 39 million today with Wampa and Vader. That was always coming. It was whoever got to Wampa first. Everyone knew that Wampa under a Vader leadership was big. The base team with Thrawn, Luke, and BB-8's been around a long time, combined with Ventress, combined with Han. That video was always coming. It's a great video. Unfortunately, for most of you guys watching my channel, it's in Spanish. So unless you're bilingual, you just have to watch it for the entertainment value. But it's good. It's a good example of why it works. But that raid is now really over. There are 3 teams that can do more than 2.5 phases of that raid. They really need to come up with some new content in that area. So while this guy is really useful for this raid, by now most people are already working on a team that will do better than this guy will do in really any team. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. The other thing is, in order to do well on a raid with this guy, I think you'd require some thought process. I think the more you can avoid him actually killing anything, so not taking out turrets, the harder he's going to hit. And that's where he could be really dangerous. Whereas with Wampa, there is no strategy. Wampa just keeps hitting. That's the strategy. It's really not a complicated setup at all. This is good. Okay, now we're up against a team that could be really quite dangerous. Let's see if we can do something about that. Okay. So this is great. I'm quite pleased they put a real team in at the end, so that we can get some experience with it. You gotta love First Order Stormtrooper under that Kylo leadership, because he just hits really, really hard, and he's regaining protection and health all the time, and that's great. Okay, let's get the Executioner swinging. Okay, hit pretty hard there. That was really bad by Kylo. That's tragic. Okay. Okay, just kind of working through here. Just keep working on Ray. Okay. So he's gradually hitting harder with that, which is nice. But this is quite interesting, because against... Wow, that's twice Kylo's failed to crit on that attack and hit for not very much as a result. Obviously, with his own leadership and he's full, the way I've got him set up, he's full crit. He hits substantially harder if he crits, and he hits like a wet noodle if he doesn't. Okay, let's get this execute going. There we go. That shows he's got something he can offer there. Yeah, I think this is an interesting character. I think if you don't already have a super team, or you're not already building a super team for HAAT, thumbs up, I got that right, then this guy could be an interesting... Now he crits when the guy's not stunned. Then this guy could be an interesting addition to your collection. He could certainly do a lot of damage there. But I think let's have to see how he gets on in arena. In a legitimate arena team, his kit's relatively simple. It is just turn meter gain. But I think that under an AI, the AI is unlikely to deliberately just fall short on killing a character. And that might be... There we go, there's Kylo critting at last. And there's definitely advantages at varying points to him doing that, in terms of he gets more survivable. I've got to be honest, people don't like Kylo Ren unmasked for a few reasons. I do like him. I accept he doesn't hit hard. He doesn't. That's fine. But you can see how useful this 2-turn stun is. You're basically keeping the other team stunned a lot of the time. Between him and the original Kylo, you can pretty much keep a team at bay, and that's nice. It's a good little win to have. And he hits relatively... No, he didn't. He hits relatively hard. Like when you got him under BB-8 and Illuminated Destiny and all these other things, I can get him up to that 45,000 hit, which is that's respectable. Okay, anyway, so that's done. I'm really pleased with more First Order characters. I'm really hoping for Hux. I'm really hoping for Supreme Leader Snoke. No, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen The Last Jedi, you're a Star Wars fan. What planet have you been on? So, turn off the video now if you haven't seen The Last Jedi. You've turned it off? Good. Okay. I really want to bring Supreme Leader Snoke in. I think that it was a huge disservice to the character, huge disservice to the fans to kill him off. I'm really hoping that J.J. Abrams decides to bring him back. The Dark Empire storyline, where Palpatine has lots of clones, and that's how he basically cheats death a few times, would be a great story arc to follow. I think that is the way to rescue the franchise. I think one thing they did which was interesting... I'm just going to have a look at these mods while I'm talking. One thing they did which was interesting was having Yoda as a Force ghost interacting with the physical world. So I like that fact that potentially the door is open for JJ to have Force Ghosts and maybe kind of rescue it. I consider myself an old school Star Wars fan. As a result, I am disappointed. It was a great movie. The movie was fantastic as a movie. I just don't think it was fantastic as a Star Wars movie. There were a lot of characters with the same name that I just didn't recognise in that movie, and that was sad for me. Probably shouldn't be ranting about that on here. The important thing is we've got the First Order Executioner. He might have only had 10 seconds of screen time, but he's going to get hours, days, months, and maybe even years of playtime on Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Guys, it's a great game. You're a great community. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to come to you with Han Solo very, very soon because I've just got the Omegas I needed for that Zeta ability. Take care. See you soon.